Try again. Call the meeting to order.
Welcome to Nixa City Hall. This video is going to provide you with an overview of how the City of Nixa conducts City Council meetings. We encourage everyone to attend and participate in City Council meetings. This is part of how democracy works at the local level, listening to the perspectives of subject matter experts, city residents, and other community members helps our elected leaders make more informed decisions. Before we start the meeting, let's review some of Council's rules of order. These rules help us make sure our meetings are orderly and efficient, while protecting the ability of everyone to have an opportunity to speak. Please be respectful of the person speaking and hold your own comments until it is your turn to speak. Presenters are invited by the council to provide information during the meeting to the council. These are informational presentations only, and nothing will be voted on at the time of the presentation. Presenters are not time limited. There are two times when all other visitors will be able to speak to council. The first is during the visitors section of the agenda, and the second is during any public hearing regarding an agenda item. During the visitors section, anyone may speak to council about any topic, whereas the public hearings regarding specific agenda items allow you to make comments for council to consider before they make a decision on that topic. Whether you wish to speak during any public hearing or the visitors section, the following rules of order will apply. 1. Only one person should speak at a time. Be respectful of the person speaking and wait to speak until it is your turn. 2. Anyone speaking must do so from the podium and speak into the microphone. 3. You must first state your name and provide your address in writing to the city clerk before beginning your comments. 4. All speakers will be given 5 minutes to make their comments to the council. The mayor or council may have additional questions for speakers after this 5-minute period. 5. All comments should be addressed to the mayor and council. 6. If you have questions about existing city processes, programs, or policies, or if you need assistance from staff on any issue, please contact City Hall during normal business hours and we'll be happy to assist you or answer any questions you may have at that time. The public hearing is designed to provide the public an opportunity to provide testimony and information to the mayor and council regarding the decisions they may be considering. Keep in mind this meeting will be recorded and live streamed with video and audio. Therefore, all comments relevant to this meeting must be spoken into a microphone, otherwise video viewers will not be able to hear you. In the case of a closed session or technical difficulties, some meetings or portions of meetings may not actually be recorded or streamed. The use of cell phones during council meetings is discouraged, so please silence all devices now. Thank you for watching, and thank you for engaging with the City of Nixa. The meeting will begin shortly.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Emergency ordinances.
First reading, Emergency Council Bill Number 2023-31, an ordinance of the Council of the City of Nixa amending the 2023 annual budget to appropriate funds for the repair of the pool located at the Nixa Aquatic Center and declaring an emergency pursuant to Section 3.11F of the City Charter, presenting its Parks Director, Matt Krause.
Good evening. Thank you for coming in for this emergency meeting. As you guys are aware, we've had the leak at the pool, have been working to identify that leak. Late last week, Leak Investigators LLC, who we had hired to help us determine where that leak was coming from, came to some pretty solid evidence that a 90-degree elbow in our recirculation line is cracked. They are pretty confident they have seen the crack and know exactly where it's going, but are confident in telling us that this is the location of our current leak. In getting that information, we have been visiting with several contractors, many of whom don't have the time to get here in a quick method to get us going this season. However, one of them does. And so in visiting with them, they put together a proposal for us to get to work quickly on this leak to help us get and salvage whatever season we can. So tonight, we are asking for a budget amendment in the amount of $100,000 to get us going for that leak and to make those repairs in hopes that we can salvage a little bit of our pool season. This will also give City Administrator Lyles the opportunity to sign all agreements and things with that contractor to do this work. They are hoping to be done within 7 to 8 days or faster once they start, and think that they can be here on site within the next couple or 3 days to get started. So something that it could be done very quickly here, as long as all things go correct. Now, there's a little caveat here. There are issues or possible issues that we do not know underground. And so once the pipe that we're fixing is a 6-inch pipe, but it's 8 feet underground. And so doing that, digging that out, they'll need to sleeve that to shore up all the sides so that a person can go down there to make the repairs. But we don't know what the ground is like under there at this point. With the leak that we had, the amount of water that we were putting through that leak, it could have eroded some of the work, the dirt work and gravel work underneath that. That will need to be repaired while we're there. The condition, the exact condition of the pipes is also an unknown. Are they brittle? What kind of shape are they in? Once we get down there, we'll be able to see that. Leak investigators could look at the internals. They did run some cameras and look at the internals and say, yeah, your 21 or 22-year-old pool, yeah, it looks it, but they didn't seem too concerned with the internal condition of the pipes, which is good. That's a good sign for us. So there are definitely some possibilities of adjustments here down the road, but this will be our initial start to be able to get started and try to get the pool repaired in a timely manner. Questions you might have for me?
Where approximately is that leak located at?
Yeah, so it's basically at the northeast corner of the diving well. And so that's the building side of the pool, diving well corner, closest to the diving board down there, 8 feet underground. And so it's actually a really good spot to work on, as there's not a whole lot of other infrastructure in that area. And so that's a positive note for us. They will remove the fence and open up the fencing to get in there to get their equipment in. They'll dig some, and then they'll use a vac truck to water and suck up the dirt and things so they don't disturb the pipe in any way. They'll shore up that pipe as well to make sure it doesn't adjust as they disconnect that elbow to make our repair, hoping that nothing adjusts. Pipe movement at that point can be bad in the sense that it could disconnect other inlets and cause other issues. But they're pretty confident. The contractor that we are working with or hoping to work with is a highly reputable contractor. They've done lots of work, construction work. They're a very good contractor, so they're feeling confident that they can take care of it for us. Does that help answer?
Absolutely. Thank you.
I think you said it, but it doesn't look like there's any other cracks.
No, they didn't think, they ran a series of tests, a lot of cameras, and did a lot of camera work, a lot of water tests, and were able to identify the water's pooling up in pipes in areas that it should be. It is running in areas that led us to our leak, and then on the opposite side, it's a really weird convoluted circle that water makes in that recirculation line. And so, yeah, they were 98, 99% sure that that's your spot, and that everything else seems to be holding appropriately. So that was a good sign for us. We'll take any good signs we can get.
Does this budget amendment also cover what the leak detection? Is that what you called them?
The leak detection, no, we put that through our annual maintenance budget this year. And so we had monies there, so we will be using that in that area.
And you said you talked to other companies, but only one submitted a bid?
Well, in this
Only one
emergency
at a
order,
time.
we did not necessarily have to bid.
Yeah.
With the emergency order, we kind of get away from that to be able to move a little bit faster, but we did contact several other contractors that we knew that worked on pools and that type of thing. And just timing-wise, most of them are 8, 12, 16 plus weeks out. And so if we wanted to hold back and miss out on a portion of our pool season, we would go back and fully bid the project and go that route. But if we're trying to expedite and move quickly,
We appreciate the due diligence to check. And
We've been trying.
Trying to make sure, it's a big amount of money. We want to make sure that it's done
Absolutely.
properly and within reason kind of stuff. So-
absolutely. One other point that I should point out here is that we will be using aquatics reserves to pay for this repair.
Any other questions?
I'd just like to get it done.
Me too. Me too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
We'll open the public hearing.
Who's checking?
Seeing no one, we'll close the public hearing. Any other questions or comments from staff or council? Okay, I'll accept a motion.
So made.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Aaron Peterson, seconded by Darlene Graham. Roll call, please.
Sean Lucas,
Yes.
Aaron Peterson,
Yes.
Darlene Graham,
Yes.
Zern Vess,
Yes.
Kelly Morris.
Yes.
With that, meeting stands adjourned. Thank you all.